Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I was born in Manhattan. And I just came out in time when I got there, or I would have been born on Lincoln's birthday on the 12th of February. Instead, I was born 1 hour earlier, February 11th, 1922. My mother was born in New York. My grandmother was 18 when she came over from the old country. And it really was difficult to say what place she came from because they changed borders every day. And she spoke Czechoslovakian, German, and another language as well. She decided that when she came to the United States, and if she had children, they were going to learn English. So when she came here, she learned English and never spoke any of those languages because those languages were not to her liking, and she wanted us to be American. My father was born in Austria, but he came here when he was 2 years old, and his brother was 17 at that time, and he's going to be taken into the Austrian army. And my grandfather didn't like that. The Austrian army was very cruel, and he didn't want to be there. And he was in business, and he did very well. So they came on a very fine boat, and he was well established when he came here, but he didn't have a business. And what he did was he figured all these people coming from the old country would need jobs, so he opened an agency to place them. And when they came and they didn't get a job, they had dinner at his home. They were very gracious people, and it really is, my father was just like that. He had everybody come into our house to live at times. They never said, no, you had to do this, you can't do what you want. And so, I traveled on the subway in New York late at night because I'd go to a show, and I'd meet a friend in New York, and I'd come back alone at 11 o'clock at night, and we weren't worried at that time because New York wasn't rough. It was very, very quiet. And they let me do anything I wanted. I wanted to go into theater, and I studied with the Russian Moscow Art Theater. The thing that I appreciated most was working with people who were handicapped and had great difficulty in communication. And I felt that acting was sort of a job that is ego-centered. And I wasn't ego-centered, and I didn't feel that I had to be an actress. It's just that I enjoyed doing it. But once I started working at Brooklyn College, I was in speech pathology there. Then when I went to Wisconsin, I had the opportunity working at Mendota State Hospital for the mentally ill. And it was during the war, and there I saw all these people, 800 in this hospital with only 5 doctors because everybody went to war. And my husband came there. Now, he was a graduate of the University of Wisconsin. He was a javelin thrower, and he got a scholarship. He couldn't afford to go to college if he didn't. And he did his bachelor's and his master's there. My husband was like an Adonis. He's blue-eyed, blonde hair, 6'1". He could do all sports. I wasn't married to him at the time, but we both were chaperones for the prom. All the girls came up and wanted their cards, wanted to dance with them. He said, I'm sorry, I have Miss Honig all evening. And I didn't know that. And I said, why did you do that? He said, well, I've been wanting to dance with you for a long time. It's been hard trying to get to you.